What is up, everybody? This is the Elephants in the Room podcast. This is season 2, episode 8 now.
Yeah, episode 8.
Yeah. Wow. My name is Nolan.
My name is Wesley.
My name's Carter.
We got another special guest, and he's extra special because he's a teacher, first teacher of the.
That's not true.
Season.
Second season.
Of the second season.
Of the second season.
He's got a very distracting lisp.
welcome, Mr. Currin. Welcome, Mr. Currin.
I wasn't good enough for season 1.
Well, I was not in season 1.
Yeah, we'd have the connection.
Yeah, not quite. Anyway, so what were we just
I don't
talking
know.
about?
Wesley was very dramatically reenacting his scene in the hallway.
No, hang on.
But he would
before
not-
that, what were we talking about?
I have no
Just
idea.
right before we started, I said let's save it for the.
I honestly
No
can't
clue.
remember.
I low-key can't remember. It was 30 seconds ago.
Something about...
I feel like that's a common theme of you, Nolan.
Okay. Oh, we were talking about the announcements, the video. Okay.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah.
so, you guys didn't watch the announcements yesterday, so we're doing the it's like a talent show.
Yeah.
Again, and it's taking place like early in March.
Did that thing like flop last year?
Yeah, because no one wanted to do it last year.
Right. What's it
Another
called?
group tried to take it over. I gave them permission to take it over.
Oh, so you were running it.
I took it over when I started NHS. And then another group wanted to take it over post-COVID. I gave them permission to take it over.
Sure.
And then, did we have a variety show last year?
A
No.
variety show.
Yeah. I was just gonna ask him. So we have a variety show, and I need to talk about it. And Mr. Miller's like, oh, we have a. I'm like, he's on the email. It's like, if you need like any reference for like what should be on the variety show, use this link. And I kid you not, I can like show you the video later.
Sorry, we're just trying to make sure we have money. It's money day. We gotta make sure you're out here.
Yep.
Countdown.
Like, I show you the video later. Not kidding. It is 4 minutes and 30 seconds of Mr. Currin dancing with a blanket, a stuffed bear, and a ribbon. And
A
to a
stuffed
song.
gorilla, be respectful of
Stuff,
Harambe.
okay, so it's a stuffed gorilla. I couldn't see it that well, but it was this video that the student had filmed. And like, he comes out on stage with all this stuff. He puts it down. He lays down next to the gorilla. He puts the blanket over him. He like lays there for a little bit, and then like people start talking, and he sits up and goes, shh, and then he lays back down, and then he like 20 seconds later, after still doing nothing, he sits back up again, and then shushes the crowd again, and then he starts dancing. Like, it was, I mean, like quite literally the funniest video I've ever seen in my life, and it was playing behind me the entire time.
So, if you listen to the sound would make sense. It's Bjork's. It's also quiet.
Yeah.
Which Bjork is a gay icon from the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, she's
Yeah.
an Icelandic singer, whatnot. So, the shushy made sense if you heard
Right.
the song with it.
Right. It's just it was really funny because it was kind of hard to hear it in the video, and so like I heard it faintly, but it was just really funny because you did nothing but lay there and then just sit up and shush the crowd and then went back and laid down and then did it again like 20 seconds later. It was really funny. Consider the video later.
Anything to make money for charity. Like that.
There you
That'll
go.
work.
Anything to make money.
Anything to make money.
Anything for $1. Like, come
There
on.
you go.
Oh.
All right. All right. So that aside, Wesley saw something in the hallway that he wants to
He
discuss.
will not tell us.
A good friend of ours, sitting out there in that room, Mr. Caleb Levinson.
Oh.
He has a younger brother
Oh.
whom I witnessed in the hallway wearing a candy choker.
Oh, what?
Oh wow.
Wow.
I'm speechless.
Not sure how to feel about that.
Can I go grab Caleb?
No.
Like literally like the elementary school candy necklace that you would just eat like the sweet tarts off.
Oh yeah, but she was tight.
You were trying to get me fired today. I
Start getting too hot and heavy, you get
I'm
sticky everywhere. It's...
I don't get it. I don't. And you know what? There used to be like some decorum in this building years ago.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like when I started, and then it's just kind of like, okay. But Caleb's little brother hates me.
Do you have it?
I don't. I never get the good kids. But Caleb's little brother, I refer to him in Spanish every day as Caleb Shadow. And he's so offended by that. I'm like, and I don't know this kid. I don't even know Caleb, really.
Oliver's a good kid. He's a bit strange, but
he's a little odd, but
okay, Mr. Currin.
No, you don't wear food. You don't.
That's
yeah,
not
I
true.
agree with that. I agree with
yeah, I agree. On that topic, when I went to Europe this past summer,
Okay, look at me, Louie.
no, well, Wesley was there too. We were it was a band trip.
Well, not pulling it out and
school.
flopping it on the table though.
No, I'm just giving context for the thing that I'm gonna say. So, the very first stop was in London, and we went to this candy shop.
Oh my
it was
god,
this-
I
it
still
was
have that.
Like every kind of candy, any kind of chip, like just like insane, right? Just like everything that you could possibly imagine, and then this wall full of just candy sex toys.
Do you have the picture of that?
I
Still?
have pictures. So, for audio listeners, which is all of you, Mr. Currin just smiled and turned his body.
He's very flamboyant.
But anyway, so I bought one for keepsake.
Let's preface this.
keepsake.
He bought
keepsake.
the dildo.
I bought a strawberry flavored candy dildo.
I bought the pussy sucker because I'm an actual man and I don't enjoy sucking penis.
It is still sealed. It's in the box, and I will never open it in my entire life.
Then why'd you waste your money on it?
So I can have it.
So you
'cause
can
it's
look
funny.
at the penis on his wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's funny.
And then I got peppermint nipples as well. So I really got the whole package, and he just got cock and balls.
Well, that's in Greece. Like, so I've been to Greece now a few times, and like, I know there's my look at me Louie moment. There's just
Here's what I
context.
bought. It's called Candy Blowjob Practice Willie. But like, there's a bunch
He
of
doesn't need
candy,
practice.
like candy bras, like.
Yeah, dude, I almost bought a candy G-string.
Gummy love rings. This is one of my favorites.
But I don't like. That's the thing with Europe.
Look
though.
at how many there are, though. It's just like there's a wall of them. Like I think I took a video too.
It was really funny.
Like, if it will load. Like, just there's. It was just they were like it was a wall.
You know, we don't shame here. We don't shame. But like that's the big thing. Like that's the difference though between European culture and American culture. Right there is like in Europe, the whole thing is like sex, whatever.
Yeah,
They'll put it
'cause
out.
it's natural.
Yeah.
And whereas like violence, like we'll watch someone get shot up at this moment, but they see some girl's shirt off. You're like, oh no, the kids can't see that. But you can play, what's that, World of Warcraft or whatnot for
World of
hours.
Warcraft.
It's like 30 years old.
It's still the biggest MMORPG in the world aside from Final Fantasy XIV.
Sorry, Call of Duty. I couldn't think of it off the top of my head.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, I don't play video games. I actually have friends.
Okay, very asshole.
All right.
Friends in Paris.
Yeah, he's got plenty of friends.
Anyway, so
All
like
sorts
you're
of
talking like
fucking
you're
fun.
talking like realistic first-person shooters.
Yeah. Well, even like the movies we watch and whatnot.
Sure.
And the way the rating system works.
Like,
Like,
I mean, to be fair though, I've
He's watched a lot of movies.
seen a lot of naked people.
I know, but the way our culture. Hello, whole public schools. This is my last day.
No one important listens to this
But no, that's
podcast.
the thing. It's like everyone gets so offended by sex, but violence is no big deal in the United States. Where in Europe, it's the opposite. Sex
Right.
is great. Sex is good. Where violence is like, why would you?
And that's why they're all
promote that?
dirty over there. They all have STDs and crabs.
No comment.
Yeah. So it sounds like
Bring
Carter
back a
had
couple
some-
stragglers.
Alright, I've prepared a question.
Actually, hang on.
Oh,
right,
Carter.
right before we do this, I actually want to talk about something else because I thought about something when Wesley was talking about Oliver. So I want to talk about. I mean, obviously, the opinion is anti, but what's your stance like on the PDA that takes place? In the
Oh
hallways
my
of this school?
god.
Because like when me and Carter and Wesley, because we're not here that often. Like me and Wesley go to band, and like we come here, like we walk. Or
Usually
you
I drive
over,
around,
right? But like
yeah.
I walk through, and when we came to talk to you, we were walking behind people. It was just like everywhere, like,
Kissing and cuddling and soft core. Yeah.
And it's always the ugly ones. That's the thing.
Are you judging your students based on looks?
No, I'm just making.
He's making an observation.
It's just us over the course of teaching now for 14 years that you've noticed things, and then you,
Like little girl.
then you start thinking to yourself too. Oh my gosh! And this is just in general too. how do the ugly people find someone and I'm still single? Like, am I that hideous?
No,
Out
because
there, I would say an accurate representation of Mr. Currin is Carson Wentz on a little bit of heroin. Is what I would say.
Oh wow.
I've been called worse. I've been called worse by these kids, actually.
With a little bit of, that was really good. That was a good
I'll
poll.
take, yeah.
That was a good
W
poll.
poll.
That was a good poll.
See, whenever I think about last name Wentz, I think of Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy.
What the hell is Pete
Oh
Wentz?
yeah. So Pete Wentz is a.
Yeah, I don't look anything like him.
He's the basis for Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
No.
45.
Wow.
Yeah, Fall Out Boy was like, they were super big in the early 2000s. They were all 20. So
Yeah, that's when I was growing up.
yeah, that's what I listen to now. There's a lot of Fall
Listen to
Out.
anything now.
I don't
Well,
think
I
there's
listen-
any music no one doesn't listen to.
I don't listen to K-pop. I don't listen to pop country. That's kind of it.
Pop country's not a real genre.
Yeah, it's
Like I like old country, like
Yeah.
Old,
and
like,
like
that's what I
Reba.
Reba McEntire?
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest.
Carter's a big hater of female
I
country artists.
strongly dislike any song that is sung by a woman.
Which-
Not in a sexist way, just I don't like.
What about-
listening to
For
women
as much
talk.
as you hate
Glorilla.
women, I'm shocked you're straight.
well, hang on.
That's
like,
why I'm straight.
So how does that work? Because like you don't like Dolly Parton.
No, but I'll get down to some Glorilla.
Okay.
Glorilla's like
I'm in
50% of the way
Memphis, what
there.
you know about me in the GLO?
It's because she doesn't sound like a woman. She sounds. Yeah, she's got some guttural tones to her.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna take your I'm gonna take it as you're telling the truth because I have no clue who Glorilla is.
You don't know Glorilla.
Glorilla is a modern American rapper.
You
She's
know,
from Memphis, and she has a really, really strong accent.
Yeah.
She's a
It's
very
it's
strong
honestly
accent.
just
You
funny.
should listen to her.
she could show up to Holt High School with a name tag that said Glorilla on it and be like, "Who's Glorilla? Where is she?"
Yeah.
Gloria. You'd call this Gloria. That's what you would do.
Gloria. You'd think that the L was like the L's were French, and you think it's Gloria.
Yeah.
No. So
She's
anyway,
only 25.
yeah, she's young.
So, is the government putting fluoride in the water, and why is it making you gay?
Oh my god.
Alex Jones.
Yeah, this is what I don't understand about this fake science deniers and whatnot. The fluoride is, if you really want to have your health insurance bills go way up and your dental bills go way up, take the fluoride right out of that water. Like, this conspiracy theory's been going on since the 70s.
Right.
And it's been disproven and disproven and disproven, and then we get Robert F. Kennedy with a worm, a parasite in his brain, someone who slaughtered a bear and put it on the top of his hood and hid it in Central Park. And we're like, oh, I trust him with our medical advice.
Yeah, he
Like,
But Mr. Currin, he's jacked.
to me.
and his wife's hot.
she?
Cheryl Hines is a hot older woman. Like, I think she's what, maybe in her 60s now?
That's not how you spell Cheryl at all, but
Wow,
whatever.
that is
Yeah.
a lot of plastic surgery.
Well,
That's a
yeah.
lot of throat roiling.
Wow.
Like,
She got a-
like so.
She got a deep cavity in
Yeah,
there.
that's a lot. Anyway, so like I completely agree with you in the sense that
Comedian.
maybe in other parts of government he might have been a little bit stronger. Healthcare was not the place that he needed to go.
But that's what I don't understand. It's like there was a movie that came out early 2000s called Idiocracy.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It would, like, if you guys went to sleep for 50 years and you would wake up and you guys would all be the smartest people alive still.
Oh, with like I haven't seen it, but I've seen it on
Yeah.
TikTok.
But I feel like we're living in that moment right now.
Right.
I think that was the point. That was some absurdism. Shout out, Mr. Mockney.
Shout out, Mr. Mockney.
I did a
A what?
the Hudsucker proxy for mine.
I did Rick and Morty for mine.
You did Rick and Morty.
Project that we had in Mr. Mockney's because we're reading Invisible Man.
Oh, yeah.
So
Great book.
Great book.
Haven't read a single page.
Anyway, so we had to.
I spark noted my way through high school. And
I'm
college.
currently spark noting my way through that.
The
book, but it's
quizzes
a great
have like
book.
zero context with the book. They're all like, what was the name of the place? Blah 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 went, and that's not in SparkNotes. So you actually have to read. It's kind of annoying.
Go to Schmoop. That's a little more detailed usually.
Okay, so
I'm never gonna go to
Mr.
Schmoop.
Mr. Currin
Schmoop
is
sounds like a dangerous thing to Google.
SCHMOOP.
I figured how to spell it, but
Schmoop.
I feel like I should go on an incognito tag for
So
that.
like, so we were doing a project, and we had to pick another absurdist work and then compare it to the play The American Dream.
Okay.
And so we were given complete creative freedom. And so we got things like songs, we got movies, we got shows. So it was a fun thing to do. Did you do it by yourself?
No, I had me and my buddy ChatGPT.
Oh, right. Okay, I did it with.
I'll tell you what. Confession. Last
Never
year on
fun.
all of my projects in Mr. Currin's class, I used ChatGPT.
Confession.
No, because I won.
I don't think I graded half your project.
I won multiple competitions using ChatGPT.
Good for you. Like,
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying without a word.
Yeah.
Like, remember when me and you had that big argument about like the point system? Your terrible, fraudulent point system. by the way.
Shout out Mr. Mackey
You
for
did
that.
that very poorly.
What point system are you even talking
So
about?
when we did, what was it?
It was like a game
it was the
thing,
Amazing
right?
Race, and your thing was, you get the amount of points of Daisy. So if you got first place, you get 1 point. If you got 3 points, third place, you get 3 points, right?
And the lowest score won. So if you have a bunch of first places, then
But the thing is, I got second every single time. Evan got first a couple times, and then he got like 11th one time.
well, don't take second place.
I know, but that's the thing is,
You were consistently first loser.
No, but consistently, my average was higher than everyone else in the class. So I did better than everyone else in the class consistently.
No, because the way the points would work out, it still showed that he had a lower average than you.
Exactly, but you didn't go based on average.
But you're trying to argue now that you would have a lower average. You wouldn't have. Because his point total still would have been lower than yours, and that meant his
No,
average would
I
have been
gotta
lower.
find the Google Doc.
Oh my god.
You had a weird. Let me find it.
Okay. Anyway.
You guys keep talking.
Typical snowflake, has to live in the past, have fun.
You talked to Carter about being a snowflake.
Speaking of living in the past,
what? Why are you looking?
I
at
don't know.
me?
Continuing on.
Okay, Wesley just sometimes says things to me. And then, he
No.
sometimes says things that like
I
he's
just kinda-
about to make an offensive comment, and he looks at me, and I'm like,
Could-
"What are you
it's-
about
Oh,
to
you
say?"
know, it was.
Oh, see, our
You were-
friends call that
no.
immunity necklace. When we're about to say something offensive, we're
It-
like, immunity necklace, and then
Well,
all is forgiven.
I'm just kind of shooting in the dark with random comments and looking at him and hoping that he gets offended because I have no idea if I'm right. It's like half-formed insults.
You can't offend me. Like, I grew up fat, gay, overweight in Holt, Michigan. There's nothing offensive anymore that you can say to me. Like,
I'll
So
call the
your
internet if you
system
want.
was. So there was I think it was like 7 competitions, and what he would do is he would drop the 2 lowest scores, and because Evan had his 11th place dropped, it gave him such a big advantage by having that higher score. So like if you drop my 2, then that 2 doesn't help me as much as dropping 11. You see what I'm saying?
so you're complaining.
So it does better. It does better. If you perform worse, you get rewarded. Is what doesn't make any sense at all about your whole system.
No, it's allowing kids to be, like, allowing kids who were absent, allowing kids who needed a second chance. Like,
Yeah, but
I'm-
what
you-
we did at the end was we found that me and Evan both had 36 before subtractions. We had the same average, but he was rewarded by having the lower score.
He
But
had
his-
more wins than you, though.
But he also had a much worse score. So by
So-
having that worse score, he was able to win. You see what I'm saying? Is
I feel like it's like,
But
yeah.
see,
It's
by
like
perfor-
really,
Why are you still upset about this a year later in a class that you got an A in? A class that you just admitted that you cheated your way through. And a class that's now going to weight your GPA so much higher for no apparent reason.
however,
It just
I'm just like,
me, Carter, and our good friend Aiden have been doing this competitive shit since what?
oh, we will argue for hours.
We-
And once I realize I'm wrong, I will keep going at you,
Yeah,
no
so,
matter.
So we
And I
talked about this.
But
Right?
the
Like,
thing is,
it's a
Mr.
really-
Currin is exactly the same way because I've argued with him for hours.
It's a really strange phenomenon.
I'm a
that-
petty bitch. Like,
Exactly.
Like, it's a really strange phenomenon that once I know, like, if I'm arguing and once I know that I'm wrong, I'm gonna start pulling out the most out the wall, wazoo shit just to prove that I'm right. Even because I'm just like, I've already lost. Like, I already know
I
that
started
I'm wrong. I'm
the
just
other-
gonna argue for the shits and giggles.
The other day I gaslit ChatGPT into telling me the right answer so I could prove someone wrong.
no, and this is like what Carter's just brought up here. It's like something that happened like a year ago. I don't know what happened yesterday. These kids come back and it's like, do you remember when you told me to drink bleach? I'm like,
That's how a lot of kids do.
no, maybe. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't know what happened yesterday in my class. Like, I see so much outrageous stuff that I'm like,
You gotta keep these kids on
Yeah, but
the
you're like Mr. Dozier. Like, you really can't get fired. Although now that they're getting rid of the whatever.
Oh, DEI.
Yeah, you're kind of cooked.
You're screwed.
I'm a white man in Trump's America. I'm good.
You're gay.
Oh yeah, just drop your list.
Start wearing like suits.
No, but that's
Take that pink jacket off.
Oh.
no, that's the thing. Like,
I
here's the
think my
thing.
mom has that same pair of glasses. Like, no joke.
That's probably true. You should get a. You gotta get an intern or like a student teacher. That way they can't fire you because you're.
No, but here's the thing with DEI. DEI has protected so many mediocre white men. I'm just like, oh my gosh, how do some people fail up in our society so easily? There's a lot of incompetent people
Lot
in
of-
charge.
Yeah, there are.
A lot of knobbing.
So I'm just like, but that's a but that's the whole thing in our society. It's like it's never been on merit. It's
Right.
always based on who you know or an attribute or this or that. Like, I got my teaching job because my best friend pulled my application to make sure that I got an interview.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I got my teaching job.
And now you want nothing more than to lose it.
I enjoy teaching. I enjoy it for the most part. Have I tried to quit this year?
Speaking
Yeah.
of which, do you work tonight at Lansing Brewing Company?
I have a private event tonight, yes.
We were gonna go there.
We were going to there
for
tonight.
lunch right after school.
I will be there at 3:30 working a private event. But
Alright.
Pop out.
Maybe we'll see you across the room.
I remember last time we went there. We went there before
was-
prom.
yeah.
I tipped.
We tipped about $60.
Oh my
so-
God.
Oh, your table I love. The other group of students?
Or assholes.
Yeah.
Love the service. I was gonna tip him originally $20, right? Because I had a
'Cause
20.
our grandmother had given us
Yeah.
like 60 the night before.
Yeah, I had 20 in cash
Yeah.
to give him, and then when the bill came, because I gave it to him I was walking to the bathroom. He kind of had a little gay hookup thing. Right? I looked at him and I went, here's $20.
It felt more like a drug deal than a gay hookup.
It was near the bathroom in a
I
minute.
don't think there's much of a difference there.
Well, I walked by him. I had 20. I gave it to him. Just like put that in your pocket.
And I was
Right.
like, no, take this. Like, no. I tried to give it back to you initially.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, got back to the table. Bill comes around, and I went, "Oh, I should tip out. I have to tip." And I completely forgot that I'd given it to you originally. So I put another $20 on the card. And then the guy, another waiter who gave us, he was kind of walking around. We asked for like an extra bowl, me and Nolan, because we were sharing food.
Mm-hmm.
I gave him a $5
Okay.
bill.
You tipped
On
$45.
on top of what I also tipped you, which I don't remember what I tipped you, but I think whatever the bill was, I tipped you like 35%.
Well, he gave me his employee discounts. Whatever the discount was is what I tipped. And I think it was like 20 or 30%.
No, you guys were a great table. I loved working with you guys. You guys were nice, you were kind, you understood things. Like, I think the other table, they were nice, they were kind, but it felt like you guys have ate out before.
They haven't. Well, maybe by themselves. Well,
They were a bunch of backwater hicks.
especially now that
White trash.
I work at a restaurant, I kind of understand. Like when I go out, I'm like, okay, asking them for this extra thing, like when it's this busy, I'm gonna tip them a little bit more if they still get it to me in a reasonable amount of time.
No, it depends on who the waiter is. If it's a gay white man about 6'1", I don't know if I'm gonna do that. But
About 6'1", I am 6'1".
Anyway, so but now that I
Sure.
work as a server, now that I work as a server, I really kind of understand. Wow, you're an asshole for like I went out of my way. I left this other table without their drinks for 2 more minutes to get you this thing, and you're gonna tip me $5 on a $38. Like, it's just
Here's what I don't get about that. It's like, oh, you spent blah, blah, blah amount of money on your bill. You can't even tip me, 25 to 30%.
No, I understand if you have like little kids running around and the server has to deal with that, then I understand.
If you're just bringing me out food,
Expect-
that's your
job.
freaking job, and you're gonna get tipped according to how well your service
You're
was.
nice to me.
I agree.
Yes
Yeah,
and
we
no,
had a real
but-
asshole of a server at UKI one time.
But
$0.
also, what annoys me is like,
That's
don't,
true. We did not tip his bitch ass.
He was also gay.
Don't gaslight me though. Don't tell me how great I am and how great my service was and
Oh,
how attentive I was.
But here's the thing:
And
it's
then
like
you tip 10%.
I don't.
I'll never go lower than 20 unless I like don't like the server.
Yeah. My dad always taught me, 18 for shitty service.
Yeah.
And then you just. Yeah.
18 should be the minimum.
I once went to a restaurant. Their tipping options were 30, 35, and 55%.
Good for them.
Not good for them. That makes me hate that restaurant.
I'll never go
Where
back.
was it?
I don't remember.
Game respects game. Like so where I work, it's 18, 20, 22 is the defaults.
Mhm.
But I also like it. I would like 20, 25, 30. Come on, encourage the 20. Like
I really like the restaurants where, it's very small font in the bottom of the menu. It says, server tips are included in the price.
Yeah.
And so you're not expected to tip, just everything's a little more expensive.
And I hate that because my hourly is phenomenal. If they raise me to like actual minimum wage, like $15 an hour, let's say for argument's sake,
Yeah.
I'd lose money. I'd quit because I make 30 to 40 an hour.
Just off tips.
Yeah.
Schmoozing up the gay guys in the corner or what?
Yeah, well, actually, yeah. You ever tried any?
You ever give them a wink and point towards the
When you're
bathroom
good
or-
at actually my
You ever pull up your shorts a little bit?
my bread and butter is middle-aged women.
I
Oh
can
my
see
God,
that.
yeah.
Low-key mine is too.
Yeah, you tell them how pretty they are, how young they look. Oh my gosh, and then
It's easy.
Do you
It
turn
is
up? Do you
easy.
turn up the accent?
a little bit. The wrist gets a little limper, like. Oh my gosh! Like I can't believe it. Like no.
You ever sit down at a table? I
No,
feel like
I
during the
hate that. I hate when the server stands around while I'm eating.
Oh my God.
I hate that. And why do they have to come over? Is everything okay? But if you do it once, if you give me the food, come back 15 minutes later and ask, that's fine. But if you just keep smoky bones.
That was okay. The one time I should have tipped at least $40. We went to Smoky Bones, right? It's just us in this little corner booth. Waitress was amazing. She got us a separate table because he still had his crutches when he just got knee surgery. Got us
doesn't hear have crutches.
got us a little booth so we could like lay his leg out. She at least every 10 minutes.
No. So like 5 minutes.
As soon as
we had 25 cups on the table. Because if you took one sip of your drink, she brought a refill immediately.
she was on that
We
every time.
started
Refill.
hiding things. We were like, we don't want any refills. We started like.
She was like, oh, where'd your cup go? And he's like, oh, I'm still working on it.
Pressing Justin. She's like, where's your cup at? What'd you do with your drink there? He was like, oh, I'm drinking it.
She's just throwing away that company's money with the free refills.
Well, it's that fine line too of harassing a table, like overly checking in versus like ignoring them.
Dude, we didn't want any more drinks.
Dude, we
didn't-
were dying.
I can speak on that because so I worked yesterday and I didn't expect it to be super busy, but there was an MSU basketball game, so of course it was. It's a sports bar.
That's what coaches are gonna be like. I should waiter. I always say waitress. I should waiter at coaches a little bit.
You should wait.
I may have just applied.
To coaches, you'd be working with us. You thought I'm not touching a gay.
You can't catch the hip.
What?
You can't catch the hip.
Okay. This is my other question. Do you think the government is creating HIV to bash the gay community?
They've been doing that since the '60s.
I mean, they just vials about. They're putting in the fluoride. That's what I've heard.
They're putting it in the gay condoms.
See, that's such a touchy subject for me because, like, I look at it, it's like I grew up in a generation with no role models
Mm-hmm.
because all my elder gays died.
My elder gays.
Like, because every generation you have someone you look up to, right?
Sounds
you
like
have,
a
you have like a
Elden Ring boss.
You have people that you admire, look up to, whatnot.
I can't stop moving, man. You're shaking. Nolan just showed me a interesting news article.
And so, like,
It's on Twitter, but
Whatever.
X, respect President Elon Musk, please.
this is what I just saw.
We cannot air that.
Do not say, you can't say any of those words out loud.
No, I
Keep going.
So, but this is.
I know, right? It's insane. Okay.
This is where we are as a society.
As a society.
It just throws me off for a loop. I'm just like,
Yeah.
and people are proud of it now.
Right.
Like, oh,
So back to
what were you saying
back
earlier?
to when you talk about having too much, too much checking in on a table. So yesterday was not supposed to be very busy. I thought it was like it's a Tuesday and it's the Tuesday before Valentine's Day. No one's coming out on a Tuesday when they're gonna go and spend all this money on Valentine's Day. Like it's not. So I didn't really get any couples. I only got like one or two couples, three couples. Like, it was just 2 women at a time. Like, every single
Oh,
table.
lesbians.
No, like, just like friends, right?
Oh.
Wait,
Right when
actually, I have a
Friends.
genuine question. What
Can
do
women be
gay-
friends
how do
without
gay
lesbian?
people feel about lesbians?
Are you guys like one and the same, or are you
Like,
guys,
is that
or is it like a brother sister bond where you hate each other, but you know your family?
like you really feel it, like you get each other though?
Better question: do you have any lesbian friends?
Unfortunately.
Okay,
Oh.
so that implies that he.
No.
Oh, Miss Loud.
No.
Well,
It,
Lounge,
Oh, I forgot
yeah.
about Miss Lounge. Yeah.
no.
Well, Lounge might go.
She just got
No,
married.
She's
I'm
sweet.
family
Oh wait, did they?
Wait.
Did
And
they-
in the lesbian culture, they both have to propose, don't they?
I don't know.
That's what I heard.
Like,
Do both the gays propose?
Like once one proposes, the other is obligated to propose.
Interesting.
so this is the hard thing about when we talk about groups of people. It's like anything. Like, there's gay guys I love, gay guys I hate. There's lesbians I love. There's lesbians
generalize
I hate.
them.
Yeah. So,
That's what we love
It-
to do here in general.
yeah, no, overall, we are all, it's a loose confederation, basically, okay? We
Sure.
make sure that we have each other's backs, but at the end of the day, our options, our interests are different. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Do you
so-
In different parts, like, butch lesbian may get along better with a butch gay guy, just like lipstick lesbian would get better with a more of a flamboyant gay. It's like, but we all, at the end of the day, we have each other's backs.
That makes sense.
Right.
Are you? Do you ally yourself with the LGBTQIA plus?
You forgot the 2, but I will forgive
2?
you. Yeah.
There's a number in it now.
Yeah, Two-Spirited is a First Nations tradition where you have the spirits of a man and a woman flowing through you simultaneously.
Oh, I see. So LGBTQIA
That sounds like a weird little threesome.
2 plus.
Plus.
Wow.
It's
Can we
like
just
a
call? Can we just call them all gays? Is that
queer,
acceptable?
gay, whatever.
Wait,
Everyone's
I feel like queer is like
queer.
the all
I don't-
encompassing.
Well, I had a friend ask me once, like gay encompasses everyone, but lesbians are just women. Like, what do you call someone who is, like, what do you call the men? What can the men only turn to be? And I looked at them, I'm like, president? I don't know. But no, I align myself with the mainstream of the movement. Like, there's fringes parts of every movement.
Right.
There are some people like, hell no, I don't want to be acknowledged with you. Like, there's some people who go on their Twitter rants or their TikTok rants and just
Right.
like, oh my gosh, someone called you gay and you're offended? Well, I was called way worse than that yesterday. And I'm like, whatever, move on.
How do you feel about furries?
Not for me. I don't shame. I just don't want to see it at school.
Yeah. I don't want to see it in public.
No. Like, and back,
Wesley just had a thought.
Who was telling me? Someone was telling me the other day. I think it was Israel. My friend Israel, not like the country.
Not-
Sorry.
Not the country, yeah.
He used to go to Sexton.
Okay.
There was a scandal there. Someone was wearing a furry butt plug tail.
Oh, wow.
And you know how they are at Sexton. They're a bunch of thugs. And someone pulled it out, thinking it was just like a clip-on.
So
Did it make the noise?
we
I
do
don't know.
ram time here at Whole High School now.
Fuck ram
Back, no comment.
Despise random.
We could have skipped
Mr.
rib time
Man calls it
yesterday.
the Devil's Day.
Mr. Emerson
I-
called it slam time because he fucking hates it.
I do my job. I follow through. Like, I bring my kids snacks to drive them. But so we did something similar. Oh gosh, this must have been 8-10 years ago. It was my first year in this building. And we had these lessons, and the teachers decided to do one on diversity. And basically, picture a teacher-created video.
Were you in the closet back then?
At school, yes. Personally, no.
What do you mean at school? They could always tell.
Well, yeah, but like I had a principal tell me when I got hired, never come out.
Oh shit.
I had a school board member tell me never to come. Like when I got hired at Holt, I was basically told, "You don't say anything. Don't ask. Don't tell."
That's weird.
That is true.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
Well, I mean, that's where we were 10 years ago. I mean, like,
No, I-
realistically, we've come a long way.
I've come a lot.
So I grew up in I grew up in my entire life. Okay. And so my cousin goes to the high school, tells his friend that I'm gay, and the principal yells at me for this kid finding out I was gay. But I'm just like, it is what it is. But
Right.
so diversity day video. It's basically a bunch of, it'd be like a person, and be like, "Hi, I'm Brandon. I identify as a white gay male," and then it would go into stock images of diversity, people holding hands and whatnot, and it was the worst thing ever.
Wow.
All of a sudden, I'm fixing the audio, I'm trying to figure this out, and all of a sudden I hear, I am so-and-so, and I identify as a furry and an otherkin. And I'm like, hell no. How did this get passed? How dumb are you teachers here that you can't figure out like that?
Wait, do they still work here?
Some do, yes.
There were multiple?
No, the teachers who worked on the diversity video?
No. I mean, just the furry.
Oh, no.
So-
No, the furry was a student. Long gone.
Oh, they were airing out students on that?
Yes, like the students, like... And then you felt awkward for the straight white guy who's like, I'm Jacob, I'm a straight white guy who plays hockey. And you're like, how'd you get in this video?
Oh. You know, diversity does include everybody.
It does. And you know what?
Including you, Nolan.
Well,
Including me.
so I learned about furry culture.
Put your mic on the table.
Oh, I like it right here.
I learned about furry culture from HBO. And back then it was just mascots. Basically, you would dress up in a mascot costume and...
That was it.
And have a great time.
Yeah, that was it. There was no
Furries-
sex involved.
I don't
It was
know.
just...
This is always sexy.
I don't know if you guys seen this this phenomenon, but furries are rich. Those fursuits cost like bands, and then they pay for this art and they'll hundreds of dollars. It's insane.
Like, if that's, like, the way you think you are, then you're willing to pay any amount.
Yeah. The gays are all rich because we
It's
don't have
true.
kids.
That's true. Me and Carter want to become dinks.
Yeah. Like the way
Well, not together, but
Not together, no.
Hey, you do you. We don't judge.
we're brothers. That's incest.
It doesn't have to be sexual.
You can go on like a bro trip. Like
We are.
We're going on a road
We're going
trip.
to California.
We'll be sleeping almost together.
you're going to the liberal wasteland of California.
I know.
Liberal wasteland.
Not like
that
those
is that is a really good way to describe California.
Well, we're going to Palo Alto. We're not.
We're going to the bougies.
Yeah.
They're going to play disc
My
golf.
dad just moved there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We're disc golfing all the way down. So we're gonna have like an
Yeah, we're camping all the way there.
Yeah.
Okay. The last time I went to California, I got lost in a national park and missed out on Tahoe. But hey,
Yeah, that sucks.
first world problems.
What else happened
I'm
there?
flying out to Texas tonight.
Texas.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
forgot you are.
Yeah, I'm going on a cruise.
Oh, nice. Where to?
I forgot.
Dog.
Oh yeah. No, I don't.
They all blend together at this point. I've already been everywhere.
well, same.
Right, but like,
Been
well,
everywhere.
you've been everywhere in terms of like you've been to all these different countries across the world.
50
I've been-
states, 13 countries. 14.
I've been to like
50 guys.
almost every island in the Caribbean because this is cruise number 10. This
Yeah.
one, and then my cruise with Wesley will be cruise
I
11.
don't.
Boats freak me out.
Yeah, that's what I couldn't do a cruise. I couldn't be confined with all those people for that long.
I don't like
couldn't do it.
water, but I'm willing to try anything once.
Yeah.
Not that, but
Oh, okay.
That
Gotta
was-
try it twice.
oh, both sides. Yeah.
You gotta take it once, or you gotta give it once. Like you don't know.
Well, the first
I mean, you
time you're
never
like,
know.
I don't know, maybe. And then the second time confirms. Like,
I think I think the first time I'd be like, fuck that.
metaphorically.
Oh wow!
If only the internet
If
knew.
only the internet knew. If only anyone knew. Really.
Oh my god, you know. Oh!
Okay,
Oh.
Mr. Currin. So,
That sounds really. I've never done anything gay. That sounds really bad.
the
a lot-
closet comes in many shapes and sizes.
Mine's,
a lot
mine's
of
small
Some of them are
and
twink
nowhere
size
near
and some of
me.
them are bear sized.
a lot of people think Hollywood is pushing a gay agenda to try to convert our children. So I'm never gonna let my kids watch movies. But what's your opinion on this?
You know what? The gays have more money. The gays have more power.
So do the Jews. Real shit.
Maybe convert your kid to a gay. Like, come on now.
Convert them to gay.
Like that's like I love it. They're like, you can't have a gay teacher. They're gonna indoctrinate the kids. I can't even get a kid to bring a pencil to class. I can't even get a kid to read a chapter. Like,
I think you're doing the opposite. I think they're trying to get as far away from that as possible.
oh my god. Let's
I think
see. Here's the thing. I'm not gay. All my exes are though. But
I think female, not like hardcore liberal teachers that are female, are bad. and then the hardcore conservative male teachers are bad. I think you know, like when you have one like Miss, I'm not gonna name drop actually. You know what I'm saying though?
So I'm on the well, we can't call it anymore, but I'm basically on the diversity, equity, and inclusion task force here.
Yeah, you said that in your email. He's got this fucking paragraph.
Oh yeah, but I just sit and listen to some of these teachers. I'm like, huh?
Like, what are we talking about?
Like they cried. They cry so easily. Like, how did Trump get elected? What are you gonna do for the kids? And I'm saying that like, that's the reason why Trump got elected. It's because you're so emotional right now. Like, and which is I find funny because I'm gay. I'm liberal. I'm a gay liberal. Own it and whatnot.
Sure.
I think a lot of my favorite students and the students who would identify me as their favorite teacher are the conservative Trump supporters. Because at the end of the day, I realize none of this matters.
Right.
We're all gonna die. Have fun. Live your life.
Go get AIDS.
Okay, can you tell me why you're working for the CIA and the LGBTQ was created to manipulate society? And
Are you just
split
looking
us
up
up?
gay conspiracy?
No, I wrote
Because
these all
here's
first
the
out.
deal, Carter. There are way too many people on this planet.
Mhm.
So the more gays, the more lesbians that we have,
That's
the
what I'm
less,
saying.
The less kids are being born.
That
So
is true.
It's to help control the population in the long run, Carter. Come on.
So that's
now.
that's why the CIA started it.
Water's
That
gonna
makes
run
sense.
out. Where are you gonna be when water runs out?
Dead.
Gay. I don't know.
I have my mansion with all my fountains because I didn't have kids.
Okay, now can you tell me why the Mayans were wiped out because they were too gay and they couldn't they couldn't produce any more children? They were just dudes and women.
So the reason they couldn't produce any more children, no, this wasn't a Mayan issue. This was a
Okay.
European issue.
Oh.
The Europeans purposely brought all the blankets over to turn them gay. It wasn't smallpox in those blankets. It was gay.
You're talking about like it's a virus.
It is.
It affects people.
Uh-huh. So that was the Spanish right there.
That's like actually happening. Like
The Spanish brought over two things: the Spanish flu and gay.
Fun fact: Spanish flu developed in Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, did it really?
Wichita, Kansas.
Wichita, Kansas.
It's a fun word to say.
It is. It's a really fun city to say. Wichita.
Yeah. Is that Wichita or Topeka? I think it's Wichita. Wichita has the best church ever.
Church?
Yeah.
Like
the
Christian-
Westboro Baptist Church.
Oh my god.
Close.
Why is this the best church ever?
Look at their website name. Just look at that URL on that screen, Wesley.
GodHatesFags.com.
What made you aware of this church?
Oh, they were like the big protest group back when gay marriage was trying to be fought. And
Wow.
So what they would do is they would go
God
this church.
hates fags and all proud sinners.
Yep. So
That's not a quote.
So what they did is what they would do is they would go to like a military veteran's funeral and protest with all these signs.
Hang on, click this button.
No, go to
the three dots.
Google Psalm 5:5. I want to know what it actually.
It's repent or perish, and then Luke 3:13 is believe in the Lord. I had it backwards.
Yeah, you always put the psalm. You always put the source first in when you're citing
it's in Topeka.
religious texts.
But that's the best thing. I can be a sinner my entire life for being gay, and then right before I die.
Yeah, but that's an evil intention, so you're cooked.
But you know what?
It's greed.
At least it wouldn't snow in hell.
It might.
You know what? Okay, here's because I'm super into religion, and I, kind of. If I wasn't going to school for music, I would go to school for kinesiology, and I'd minor in religious studies.
I'm an ordained minister.
You are really
No fucking shot.
They
So-
let your kind do that? Oh,
We-
did you do it on the internet?
We at the Universal Life Church believe that we all have the power of God flowing through us, and that we can all deliver.
Yeah,
His
something
message.
don't fall through you.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I think that Christianity is a very interesting religion, and I think that there's a lot of things that I disagree with it, especially because I was raised Jewish. But the idea, the sole idea of Christianity that Jesus died for everyone's sins, so that as long as you repent and put yourself to Jesus and God, you will then be enlightened and sent to heaven. Is now I don't want to offend anybody when I say this. I'm saying this solely just for the sake of the discussion. I think it's stupid.
Why?
I think that the idea that you can go your whole life being a sinner, murdering, whatever it is.
Okay, here.
Whatever
So-
it is that not murdering. That's a cardinal sin.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
But like doing any kind of sin that's not cardinal, and then right before you die, you pledge your allegiance to Jesus, and then you get sent to heaven.
It's not how it works, though, is the
No.
thing. So
it's the whole idea, though. Love the sinner, not the sin. And they love everyone, treat everyone with kindness and respect.
Yeah.
And don't judge people. Well, judge people. We all judge. Like that.
Okay, so can you tell me why?
we listen, we don't judge.
Can you tell me why they're putting frequencies in the music to turn people gay?
I blame
I blame Charlie XCX and Chapel Roan.
I blame Jelly Roll.
I do not like Jelly Roll. His music is terrible. He's a friggin' eyesore.
I blame Jelly Roll.
I have no clue who any of these
Oh,
people
you
Hold
know
on,
who
Jelly.
Jelly
You don't know
Roll
who
is.
You know who-
Chapel Roan is?
You know who Jelly Roll is.
I'm sure I do, but like my musical taste really ended in the late 90s, early 2000s. Now 6 is probably the last CD I have.
You know Jelly Roll.
You don't know who Chapel Roan is?
She chopped his shit.
Just
Pink
disgusting.
Pony Club, I get it, but I know of these people. I just don't
Like
listen to their
she
music.
is
I don't listen to their music. I
gay
don't.
icon of the now.
Is she good?
That's offensive.
Is it really?
All the good gay icons are Madonna, Cher,
Madonna?
Whitney.
Sure.
Montana was not
No,
gay.
they're not gay, but they led the gays through the generations.
Right.
Chapel.
You can't just say that.
So can
I say it
is
based on
Is
history.
it true that gay people control the weather? And are you going to give us a snow day tomorrow?
You thought of all of these. What's your first hour?
Carter. Here's the
AP or
deal.
regular?
Regular.
I don't like snow days because that's one less day to indoctrinate
So
kids.
why did
Had one less day to get all my gay,
So why-
gay influence on these children.
why are the gays and the Jews puppeteering the rest of society?
Because we figured out the right way.
Exactly. This guy gets it.
We know how things get
We
done.
know how to get shit done.
No. No, it isn't. It is always the gays and the Jewish people who are persecuted for some reason because we're the successful ones.
Damn straight. Who's your lawyer? A Jew. Who's your banker? A Jew.
Okay, you're saying that really loud.
Who's your judge? Probably a gay Jew.
Unless I was the judge. Never mind. Can't go there. That,
Okay. Anyway,
That's
is
we're
Judge
not-
Judy a gay icon?
Judge Judy's just an icon.
I know. She's a
I
power bitch.
hate that bitch.
But she's a Republican. Fun fact.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, that's fair.
She has terrible.
Yeah.
She has the most terrible takes.
So, but like anyway, I think the other reason that gay people and Jewish, I'll try and be a little queer people and Jewish people get along so well is because a lot of their kind of ideals based on the text that the Jews follow really aligned. Like when you think about
You think Jewish people are queer?
yes.
Okay, do you think the government faked the moon landing to hide that the gayness was running rampant through society? As a distractor.
Hippie culture is getting a little too out there, so we had to change the narrative.
That was a legitimate conspiracy that they did the moon landing just so people would get off AIDS.
Have you seen the gay... different times. AIDS wasn't until the 80s.
Was it?
Yeah.
Shout out Magic
Have you
Johnson.
seen the gay communist posters from the Soviet Union?
No.
It's like it's either the big, strong Soviet man hugging
Google it.
the Chinese guy or whatnot, but it's a way to promote unity between the Soviets and the Chinese.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't hear a thing you said.
Okay.
What?
Gay Soviet
Propaganda? I don't know.
propaganda.
Wow. I can't type on this keyboard.
Look at how happy they are. The Soviet and the Chinese guy all together in love.
No images. It's not loading. Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
It's just to promote unity.
together.
I think this should be our title card.
Show
Anyway.
pride in the workplace. Yes, Holt told me never to come out.
Anyway, so
We'll put
so
your- we'll
what,
put your
so
face
what I
right
was
there.
saying is that
We'll get a headshot of you.
the way that
cock it.
okay, well, how many-
Do we have any permission to stalk your Instagram and find the picture to make the thumbnail?
Yeah, it's all public at this point.
so
W.
The way when you that one you put
That's an astronaut wearing
Oh,
rainbow
yeah, that's
colored
the-
clothing,
save
holding
that.
this
Save that to
hammer
your
and
camera
sickle.
roll.
I'm just gonna keep this tab open.
Oh my.
Anyway, so your question about are Jews gay? Not necessarily, but the way that when you think about a lot of queer people, they're typically very much so more liberal because the way that they think about life kind of aligns with the liberal agenda. Same way with Jews. 90% of 92% of Jewish people are probably liberal. It's just like kind of how it is in terms of like how they live their lives and think about it. And so since the liberal,
Because if they align themselves with the liberals, they won't get kicked out of another country. You never thought about that, huh?
Well, no, because like, Trump's the one who's trying to save Israel right now.
like
I don't
because
know.
like so I was actually just talking about this last Sunday with my rabbi. You know, there's
That's such a funny word. I don't know why.
there's I was talking about these two students who had long graduated from Temple came back and they took their birthright trip to Israel. And they came back. This is obviously after 10/7. 10/7 was the day that Hamas bombed the big music festival in Israel.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
That
I
started
still have no idea what any of that's about. I don't explain it.
We don't have the time.
We don't have the time. Anyway, so this is after 10/7, so everyone's kind of fearing for their lives. Like everyone in like Jerusalem is like, just wears a gun like on the outside of their clothing.
Dude, that's real shit. We should be doing
It's
that
just, like,
anyways.
how it is. Because but
Do you think that the teachers
Do you think that
should
gay
have
people
guns?
should be allowed to hold guns because they have lip wrists?
That's actually true. Yeah. Do you guys think you have the finger strength to do it? Because you guys don't do a whole lot of
I'm a
finger
great
training.
I'm
Oh.
a great aim.
I figured you would be.
Anyways, we're talking about this, right? And then this one kid says, with Trump or with the Trump administration, they're talking about taking control of Gaza, and the rabbi's like, actually, a lot of people in Israel tend to really favor Trump, especially because the first time around when I guess I should say his first term in office. He really did a lot to help out Israel a lot. And so a lot of those, a lot of the Israelis and a lot of the Jews who live in Israel
Well, we have
are very pro-Trump.
I think
because
Trump
he
won.
gets shit done.
I think he won Michigan because of like Dearborn, Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very high concentration.
Well, because
By the way,
because
every time,
in Dearborn, the Palestinians all thought that Trump was going to help them.
yeah,
And Trump, the big business leader he is, was smart. Now he's going to take over Gaza for a hotel. Like, perfect. Make that money.
it's gonna start.
He's not going to take over Gaza, I don't think.
The Jews.
I think he'll.
The
I
gays
think,
are.
I think he'll help. I think he'll help figure out how it's gonna.
I think we should be Big Daddy and fund both sides of the war. Just wipe them all out over there.
wipe them all out is a crazy statement.
No, we just gotta
don't
send the pheromones and the soap to turn them gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Well, then we can-
If we turn every Palestinian and Jew gay,
Okay.
they're gonna start.
They have no choice but to be united.
Right, they're gonna start fucking each other instead of being in war.
They're gonna
It's
get all
gonna be
AIDS and
awesome.
they're all gonna get
Yeah,
AIDS
they're
and
all
die.
gonna get AIDS and
Here-
die.
okay.
It's gonna be awesome.
Here's a legitimate, almost legitimate thought. We bomb everyone over there. Fund both sides of the war. Kill them, right? We take all of our
Then
unemployed
we
people.
build a gay palace there.
I was not thinking. We send all of our unemployed
gays,
people.
Carter. Are you sure you're not one?
I'm pretty confident.
Pretty. We send all of our unemployed people over
I
there.
don't know. I keep drinking the water. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Might be cooked. Make them drill for oil. And we don't have to send any women because they'll just fuck each other.
If we send all the men to Israel, then the women will be like, "Man, there's no dick here. I might as well start scissoring."
Or we. And then.
Silence.
Oh, guys, everyone hates me.
You know, no.
And then okay, here's
I don't
water.
think-
Water.
Never mind.
Water.
That's not an answer.
Water flows level, right? So if we have not a lot of men, a whole lot of women, the gays are gonna have to start dogging women, and we turn everyone straight. And
What about all the men that are in?
we send all the gays to the Middle East.
That way,
keep
the
the good-
Iranians can throw them off the top of the building.
Exactly. Keep the good people here.
Let's give them all the Patriots.
Hey, you said I was one of the good ones the other day.
Are we sending Mr. Currin to the Middle East when we bomb Israel and kill every Palestinian and Jew
No,
in the Middle East?
He'd come out the king and pregnant. So he's too powerful to be sent over there. Well, we have 4 minutes.
This episode is awesome.
It's a
Like
great
there was
episode.
a lot of really good things said here.
I'm just waiting to get aggregated at this point. Like, oh my gosh, this is gonna come out. Someone's gonna report the clip. I'm gonna be done for.
Well, Lucas, Mr. Strawman, he came in here. He's like, "Oh, you guys doing a podcast? That's sweet." And he started taking pictures, and then he posted that on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So like the kind of whole don't affiliate this with whole public schools has kind of gone out the window. So
I don't even know how you found out about that.
Miller, I don't think because Miller doesn't listen to our shit, so I don't know if he knows.
What kind of shit do we say?
He's like, "Oh yeah, you can say whatever. It's not even affiliated." But I think he meant like, "You guys can cuss." You'd be like, "Oh, I don't. I hate Nolan."
My job would be so much easier if I could just swear some days.
Do it.
You can.
Write out the.
I still have some idea of professional responsibility.
Well, sure, but like there are teachers who.
Not in that jacket.
So speaking of professionalism, so if you're so professional, why are you giving out your gay snacks to your students to turn them gay in your
Okay,
classroom?
that's where we're gonna end the episode. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of the podcast. Come back. This is gonna air on Friday, so have a wonderful rest of your guys' weekend.
Thursday.
And
No, Friday. Yeah.
and have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thank you, Mr. Currin, for coming on the podcast.
It was great being here.
I'm so
We'll have
glad
you back on for
to have you
season
back
3.
on for season 3 whenever that happens.
Sounds great.
All right. Have a swell rest of your afternoon and evening.
Cue the music.
To the roof.